Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with my bro Germ.
What's good?
Bring you another weekly recap of this week's The Flash episode. Tonight's episode is called The Fast Lane, and tonight, unfortunately, we're not joined by Bears, who is sick. So get better, man.
Feel better, bro.
With that being said, roll the clip.
Just as the particle accelerator explodes, Joey Monteleone is thrown into a tar pit and left for dead. Sealed away, he is freed 2 years later with the ability to turn his body into tar. He sets out to get revenge on those who attempted to kill him, the bastards. Barry continues to run, still missing Patty. The feels. I don't wanna wait for my life to be. Meanwhile, Harry creates a device that can siphon Barry's speed and attaches it to a suit. What the hell, Harry? He and Barry also find a way to close the breaches of Earth 2. Super science. Bromance. Cisco is alerted when his meta-human app goes off, and Barry goes to face off Joey, and the device works, ultimately permanently stealing a portion of Barry's speed and slowing him down. You traitor, Harry. At least you admitted it. Harry gives the speed to Zoom, who demands the rest. Harry tried to square up, but he got messed up. While going after Joey a second time, Iris is injured when Barry is too slow to save her. He saves Wally and a criminal, though. The West family have a feels moment. Watching Barry wrestle with the guilt of Iris's injury, Wells confesses and Joe throws his ass into a cell in the particle accelerator. Joe jacked him up. Harry pleads his case and just asks to be returned to Earth 2 and have Barry seal the breaches so that Zoom cannot re-enter. Manning up. Barry and Joe go after Tarpit and kick his ass. Wally and Iris are okay. He loves the speed because of the car rides with his mom, because of them not having any money. Realizing that Wells is only trying to save his daughter, and the rest of the team would have done the same. Caitlin with saving Ronnie and Jay. Cisco saving his brother and revealing Barry's identity to Snart. Joe with his kids. The team decides to release him. Epic speech, Barry. Barry informs Wells that he will return to Earth 2, but that the team will be going along with him to save his daughter. Jay is again conveniently not there. What are you doing? Earth 2, here we come. They're going on a trip on their favorite rocket ship to Earth 2. Killer Frost, Death Storm, Earth 2 counterparts, Crypto. Boom!
Man, oh man, this episode had so many, we always say that every week, it has more and more stuff than the last week, but this had so many layers in it, and there's something I gotta mention about Jay being gone again. One sentence.
Oh no, Iris! Tar.
Okay, yeah. Oh no, Iris! So, how does this whole thing begin?
Flashback to 2 years ago, the night of the particle accelerator explosion.
Okay.
And that's how they tie in him being a metahuman. And basically he's being dangled over a vat of tar by two hoodlums. I guess we could call him that for now.
We'll name him Joey so that we don't just call him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tarpit is
Tarpit,
Joey.
Yeah.
And
turn on him basically.
yeah, I guess you could
to
say
get
that.
their money.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened at the beginning there. They dangle him. They're like, okay.
They get the code.
Yeah.
And then they still drop him in.
So, moving forward, Barry has this emotional. That's where I picked it up.
Okay.
Barry's like, the only thing that makes you da la la and la la la.
This is my favorite lyrics.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I almost forgot that. Yeah. So basically, he's trying to get over his heartbreak with Patty leaving and everything. She left, but that doesn't mean she can't come back later on. Obviously, her story arc ends right here for now. But yeah, he's just he's running. He's doing that little Dawson's Creek thing. It's doo 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 in super speed, and then he gets home, and then he's all happy to see that at least his other family is okay. They're all having pizza. They're talking about stuff, but then Iris, oh man, Bears was on tonight, he would be saying bash that tonight because she had a couple of things. Back when we were a little immature, back in our previous talks.
Oh, Iro?
We used to do this to Iro all the time. We even had a segment. I think half of our talks are just filled with talking about her in a bad way. We're going to try to limit that, but we will talk about some of the dislikes we had about this, the characters this episode, not the episode itself, because the episode was amazing. So, yeah, they're talking, they're having a good time, and she kind of just ruins the mood. And she's like, I don't like you straight racing. And then Joe's like, nah, it's cool.
It's cool, dog.
Yeah, and then Wally's like,
bro.
Okay, whatever. I thought we're having a good time, but you don't want to have a good time, so I'm gonna leave you. And then she goes I don't know what you're doing tonight, but that wasn't the dad I grew up with.
Yeah.
And then it just got
it's kind of a wrong move, but I understand from a sibling point of view, it's she doesn't want him to get her.
She's not a parent though, so she shouldn't tell her dad what to do.
You're not his friend.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be his father.
Excuse me? Who is you? You're the daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, so that same night we see Tarpit again, right? So it's the same exact night that all that's happening.
Yeah.
And Barry's on patrol, but he doesn't. I don't know what he's doing. He's just running around And Tarpit attacks one of I guess we could say they're his friends at first, but
Just one of his accomplices.
Yeah, back then, one of the people that dropped him into
That
the
screwed him over.
Yeah, who was actually the one that Jeremy told me wasn't the one that wanted to drop him into
Yeah, he felt like
guilty,
yeah.
and he bought detailing
shop.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Auto
Fixing
shop.
cars.
Auto. He bought
Making
the
them
auto
cool
shop.
and whatnot.
Yeah, and he melts him from the inside out.
Yeah.
Basically. Then we get to the next day, of course. Obviously, that's a crime scene, so we know that Joe's gonna show up first, and then Barry's gonna show up late.
Yeah.
And Barry obviously knows that this had to be the work of a metahuman because of the way the person was killed. He's like, okay, I'm gonna bring it back to my team. We're gonna analyze it, and we're gonna find this mother. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Iris goes to street show dressing all skimpy like.
yeah.
So weird. She got freaking blue highlights. She had a blue highlight.
Oh.
And like this, that's
funny.
not her.
Her brother is like, you're trying to make me go to therapy
I
or something
know,
like
but,
that.
like-
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck?
That's not how people dress. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
It was like over the
know.
top.
Yeah.
And then she took a picture of the guy that runs the whole entire street race in hopes to like bring them down. Like she was trying to do this whole like hero thing, but like she doesn't really have the means to. All she has is the power of the paper. Then we get to Barry. I'm gonna mention it right now. So he tries to do something useful at the lab. Harry, let me work with you, Harry. And then he learns every science that he can within like a few seconds, which he's like, don't do that.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the copyright.
After like figuring out stuff, he kind of gets annoyed at Barry. I don't want you in here. Get up. And then he sends him out of there, and then Barry's like, fine, whatever, man.
So grumpy.
Yeah.
Grumpy cat. Yo, Harry the grumpy cat. Cisco talks about his app. This is just real quick.
Okay.
Talks about his metahuman app, and then as they segue,
cool.
Wells is debating on putting the device in Barry's suit.
Which he does.
Yeah.
And then Barry gets the like Jeremy said, Cisco's metahuman app goes off. And
So sick. I think that's an Easter egg, but the
We got
music, it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it's like oh, God. Like all that like epic stuff.
Yeah, I think it's like a reference to something.
Yeah, Barry goes to confront Tarpit before he can kill the other assailant that dropped him into the vat. And while he's running, the way that the thing works is it siphons his speed when Barry enters the Speed Force every time he goes super speed. So
Yeah.
He's able to get just like a 2% of Barry's speed there. So like he siphoned, it's like almost like wireless because it just goes directly to that little jar. You know how like crazy that is? Like
That's
he's
super
able to
science, man.
obtain energy that continuously moves and it goes into a vial.
Yeah.
It gets transmitted. How do you transfer pure energy from one place to another? People
I have
can't even
no
do that
idea.
now from one room to another. He's well above Eobard. So yeah, he's siphoning off the speed and Barry's like slowing up. And I felt like he felt that he was then and there when he confronted Tarpit because he seemed different.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't moving
He's
around like
whoa.
yeah.
What happened?
He's like, did you guys see that? Oh my god! Like he was like acting all weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was able to outsmart Tarpit and use water to his advantage and turn him into mud.
But it seemed like he went down the drain.
Did you pick up what that guy's name was that he took the assailant?
Clay.
Clay. Okay. Daniel Burge is the guy that built down in the beginning. This guy Clay is the one that Barry saved from Molten Man, and he questions him, but the guy is too scared to give him any names. But they're able to connect the dots eventually.
Yeah.
Using Cisco's like what do you call that, face track. That's so cool. It literally takes 5 seconds for them to find anybody in the world.
Yeah.
Using his DNA, he was able to use facial recognition to get the identity of Tarpit.
Who's the best hacker in the world, everybody?
Felicity Smoke. That's how French it is.
Yeah. But also, Cisco, in that same scene, he's pretty concerned with Barry's speed.
Yeah.
Because he notices it.
Yeah.
He's like, you dipped down like a couple 100 miles per hour. What's going on, man?
Yeah. It's like, you feel any different? You feel sick? Oh man, I just don't feel like myself. So after being scolded by Harry, Barry tries to like reach out to him again. I want to help. You're part of our team. He always reiterates that a lot during the episode. It's like we're a team.
Yeah.
Like your Earth 1 counterpart might have been bad, but you're not.
Mhm.
And it's funny because Wells always says that. He's like, I'm from Earth 1. You're Earth 2.
Yeah. Is this the 10-year-old determination thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. 10-year-old determination.
Yeah. You remind me of my daughter. See, that goes to show like he's more of a family man.
He is.
And that's when he explains like he said he's gonna betray him
Yeah.
if it does come down to family or Barry.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna pick her first before all you, and I will betray you.
yeah,
I mean, he
Yeah,
said
he-
it to his face, so
he has his own motives, so
yeah,
it's
and the
understandable.
motives are pure. It's
Yeah.
not like they're not.
Yeah.
He just wants to save his daughter, so
Yeah,
that's like understandable.
he's like straight up. I
Yeah.
gotta save my daughter. It's what did he say? He's like life is either or, and Barry's like no, you
Yeah.
can't think of it
He's like that.
that.
He's like that's binary.
Yeah.
He's like
It's like one, yeah, zeros and ones.
Yeah.
Like you can't choose 2 or 3 or any
Yeah.
other number, but he's like in this case you can.
he's like,
You could
love,
make your own.
hate, life, death,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, he's like, you know what? We're gonna figure out how to save your daughter, and I think I figure out how to close the breaches. And he gives him the research that Earth 1 Wells
Yeah.
did.
He
or
basically
Eobard
gave
did.
Wells his own theory
Yeah.
as to how to close the breaches.
Yeah, he's
And-
like evil, but he ain't stupid. So he builds the thing, whatever the hell. What is it called?
Breach implosion reactor.
And it looks like a little egg.
Yeah.
Okay, Iris, let's talk about her trying to like play the hero and confronts the guy, the
I thought it was Bronwyn.
Bronwyn Clark, who is the guy that hosts the races and tries to like get him to like stop holding them, but then he threatens her. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you, and your family."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
And she's like, she's like, I ain't scared of no ghost, bitch. And she's just like shaking the whole time, and then she basically blackmails him.
yeah.
And he's like, get the hell out. After that, Wally confronts her at her job, and Wally's like, I can't protect you the next time you try to pull stuff like this, because these
Yeah.
guys are like, they will kill you.
Yeah.
They'll kill me and they'll kill you too. And then, you know, he's trying to protect her, but he's just like, oh, I'm a badass. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna protect you. But then Harry meets with Zoom and gives him the speed that he stole from
Not
Barry.
enough.
It was only 2% from Barry's 100%.
It seemed like a lot. He gave him a
Yeah,
lot.
because he was like,
Yeah. Just the way, yeah.
so that means Barry is getting faster, because his 100% is always getting pushed. That threshold's always being like surpassed every time he gets more energy. But yeah, back to Zoom and Harry. Yeah, he basically takes it, and then we see this weird like Super Saiyan thing going on when he took the serum.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, "Ah," and then like his body, like you saw that like the black ooze stuff, like that was weird.
That was weird.
That wasn't even like I get it, like when they emit like some sort of electricity because
Mhm.
it's the power, but
Mhm.
he was emitting like some sort of weird like bacteria. It seemed like something supernatural, like Damien Dark territory type deal. Like it's like kind of like a mix of both, because he's got the blue electricity and then he's got that black stuff coming out of him, or maybe that's just him vibrating. And Wells is like, okay, I'll give you the rest of it, but you got to give me back my daughter. And then, like you said, he
Pokes him.
yeah.
Hmm.
At super speed. A super
Yeah.
speed poke with a pointy finger will go right through your shoulder.
Harry toughed it out though.
Yeah,
That's pretty painful.
He's like, we
Go
get back
to
to Harry. He built the tech.
Breach implosion reactor.
Yes, they go to test it.
Have fun
And-
fixing the universe, you two.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And before they leave, they realize that basically the three at the beginning and then the guy that's holding the races were all tied together at some
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
in jail. Start off with Barry and Harry.
Okay.
They use a thing, and
Mhm.
Barry super speed throws the. Yo, he could be a mean football player.
Yeah.
But he super speed throws the
the reactor.
Yeah, at the breach, and it closes.
Yeah.
But that must be a bitch, because they have to make 51 more, like
Yeah.
more of those things.
Basically, if they want to.
But Wells made that in like a day's time.
Not even a couple hours.
Yo, he's crazy.
Yeah.
I know that's like what he's good at. Like he might not know how to hack into stuff or whatever, but his comprehension of stuff is ridiculous. Like
Imagine if he had powers. That's scary.
that's it'd be scary, but it would also make him the ultimate hero if he
Wait.
was.
What if he's Johnny Quick? Daughter's Jessie Quick. Why not?
You're Harry Quick.
What if they change his name to Harry Quick?
Quick.
If only that happens.
Yeah.
That's just a theory in our minds.
Yeah. And then they share like a bromance there. Him, Barry and Harry.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he hugged him and then his like goggles fell on his face.
Yeah.
He saw
like,
that. He's just like,
that was pretty cool.
yeah. Meanwhile, while this is happening, when they're on the way, they get a call from Iris, who is at the race with her father to talk to Wally.
Yeah.
But everything just goes to crap there. Of course,
Tarpit's there.
Yeah, he would show up and then
Crash.
yes. That was the most horrific thing ever. While Barry's on the phone with Iris, he literally just leaves Wells, and
Mhm.
Barry was driving.
No, but he moved him.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, I'll drive her.
That must be in handy then.
Yeah.
So he is very fast.
Yeah.
Like, and strong.
Yeah.
Because he moved the entire human being onto the other side. Yeah, so he saves Wally, and that was a pretty epic save.
Yeah.
Brownon
Mhm.
and Wally. And Wally's like,
Which
"You,
I would have
Flash!"
thought like just leave that dude.
Yeah.
Let him die.
Yeah.
But
And then it would have ended there.
yeah.
But because of this, a piece of glass flew off and it hit Iris in the chest. Oh no,
Mhm.
it hit her in the shoulder. And he rushes her to the hospital. And
Yeah.
everybody's like,
And
panicking.
that part right there, that whole scene goes back to what Wells was saying. It's like life is either or,
Yeah.
but Barry
He
saved his
made
ass
the choice
because-
to save 3 people, not just. He didn't pick between anybody. If Wells was there, he'd be like, okay, you gonna save him or him?
Yeah.
Not like her. If you're too
You
far
make a
from her.
choice.
Yeah. Barry's
Yeah.
like, hell no, I'm saving all 3 of them. And then after that, Wally shows up at the hospital. His dad's like, yo, what are you doing? You're supposed to be with your family, staying there. And he's like, that's not on me. And he's like, I'm not blaming you. You know, he's very quick to just think that the people think very ill of him
Mhm.
right away. And his dad doesn't know him, so obviously he thinks that his dad's gonna judge him
Yeah.
quick.
Sure.
But that's not what Joe does. Joe like understood his like situations. I didn't even know that Francine died off screen, so that's
Mhm.
kind of sad. Then they share a little like a moment, and Wally volunteers to stay after to look after Iris. Joe goes to help Barry stop Tarman while the team is figuring out all the stuff like how to stop him and everything. Okay, that was a pretty funny moment there. He's just like, I found out something, and then Harry just throws this thing. He's like, nitrogen bombs.
Yeah.
Just doesn't care. He just flung it up in the air. That are supposed to stop or do what he does to the people from the inside. And while all this is happening,
You could have Tarpit popsicle for dessert. What the heck, man?
yeah, while they're discussing this, they're like saying everything in the world to make Harry feel bad.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Unintentionally.
I could have saved Iris.
Yeah.
I was too slow. I feel like I'm getting slower.
Yeah.
I wonder who did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it was kind of like seeming like that. But then he like manned up.
Yeah.
He's just like, I did it.
The gang caught me.
It's like, y'all had me getting the feels.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And then he rips out the thing from inside the suit and he shows it to them.
Freaking perfect timing. Joe comes in. He hears the whole
Decks him.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it locks his ass in the particle accelerator. Barry and him handled that bad guy in like 2 seconds.
This was a very
It was like, I mean,
anticlimactic.
I guess that's probably one little thing that bothered me a little bit because I was like, but it was cool because they actually made him transform into like what looked like
Clayface.
Yeah,
Is it Clayface?
I think so.
Is his
Clayface.
name?
Yeah, I think it's Clayface. So basically, what they did was their plan was Joe took Clay. That's funny.
Oh, the dude. Yeah, his name
as
is-
bait, and the guy comes there. Obviously, he's probably just waiting, or maybe they draw him out. He's that big giant monster, and then Barry comes and super speeds that stuff into him. That was pretty sick, and it implodes him from the inside.
Granada.
And they beat him easy. And then we have like the most inspirational thing Barry's probably said all season, or anything. Like ever since the finale of the last season where he's like, I have to try. Takes
Yeah.
down the whole singularity.
Yeah.
They're debating what to do with Harry. And Harry, before they actually had gone to do this plan, they asked him why he did it. And he said it was because he wanted to save his daughter. And he said, I was going to betray you anyways. And I told you that.
Yeah.
So you guys just send me home. Use that duplication thing to make all that, like, just do a factory thing.
Take me back to the horrible city.
Basically just close all the breaches so Zoom can't come through, and I'll
Yeah.
deal with him on my own terms there, which is cool because like he's willing to just risk everything like that to save them. So you know that he's not a bad guy, because if he was, he would just be like, send me back. and then not tell them to close the breaches. An inspirational
Yeah.
speech at the end. They go down, or before they go down to release him and grant his wishes of going back, Barry's like, what would you do if you were in his position where you have to save the person that you care about or the people that you care about,
Yeah.
and you're forced by some powerful force to do his bidding so that you can save them? We would all do that.
Yeah.
And I think that foreshadows something, like, for later on. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice. What are you willing to do for your family? And he kind of makes them realize that, like, you know, even though it might seem that it was like a bad thing, he reminded Cisco that he told Snart his secret, and then he didn't judge him for it, or
Yeah.
you know, Caitlyn's
Because he had
trying
to save his brother.
yeah, and then Caitlyn's trying to save Jay, and she would do anything. Same thing with Joe. He would do anything for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so that what they do is they go down and they tell Wells this, that they're gonna give him a chance. They're gonna save his daughter now that he told them the truth. I guess it was like an honor thing. You told me the truth, even though you know that it could have risked your daughter's life and even your own. So I'm gonna help you. So Barry's not a wiener anymore. Like
Yeah.
he kind of like last week we kind of saw him like let go and get loose to defeat one of the most powerful villains that the show has seen as far as stopping time and being like quicker than him.
Yeah.
And then now this week where he knows he can't beat Zoom still, but he said he's gonna try as hell to do it, with the help of his team, of course. So then he's like, guess what, guys? Guess where we're going? We're going on a field trip to
Earth 13. I mean 2.
what are they gonna go in? What do you...
On the magic commerce.
And that's where we end it. They haven't been doing any creepy scenes at the very end. Iris and Wally are okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Talked about pizza again.
Mhm.
Coast City.
Yeah.
And he
That's an
finally...
Easter egg.
Oh, that's a big thing I left out. Why he's why he does the street races. It's not because like he's like all. It's deeper than just being a teenager. He felt connected to his mother.
Yeah,
due
because
to-
they said it brought him back to the days where him and his mom would just go out and drive because
They had no money.
they had no money. That's all they could do.
It's like reminded him, and he
Yeah.
didn't want to forget it. So he's a good kid too. It's just like him and Wells are actually very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're very hardened, but there's something tragic in their story, and as to why they're like, yeah.
Damn, hold it together,
Yeah.
dude. Come on, bro.
Easter eggs.
52 on the news. They mentioned Oliver Queen. I don't know if it is, but the diamond detail.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll
know if
just-
that plays
we'll
a
just
big part.
see.
If not, then
Yeah.
whatever.
I wrote down. You want to hear mine? Easter eggs, just
Yeah.
real quick, just to list them down for you guys. And these are probably like not like relevant, but taillights. We heard that already. That was his nickname.
Yeah.
Hit me with your best shot. And barbecue.
Yeah. Hey, barbecue.
Yeah.
That's funny. Coast City Pizza.
Yeah.
Coast City
They
is...
love doing. Yeah. They love
Yeah.
eating that stuff.
Mhm.
Green Lantern. Actually, before we also move forward with that whole obsession with speed with Wally, that's obviously already
Yeah.
tying him to the
Speed Force.
and becoming a speedster eventually. So that'll be cool. It's like an outlet.
Yo,
It'll be his
like, I
outlet.
can see that now. Isn't Wally like the character? Isn't he like kind of like, you know, like dickish?
Yeah, he's very immature.
Yeah.
He's
Like I
exactly-
see him like that. Like
He's
once
like,
he gets his
"Ooh,
powers.
we saved him. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, we saved
just
him.
saying.
Barry's just like, no, stop it.
I'd see that.
Yo, team up. Like,
They should.
what do you call it? They're running, and then he does like the slingshot thing.
Yeah.
Throws Wally. You know what I'm
What's the? Is that Evil Dead? Where
What?
the hand pops up from the ground?
saying? I think so.
Yeah, because that's what happened with Tarpit.
Oh.
It's just like, it's like really creepy music too. Yeah.
What's coming theories? I think. What did you see in the previews?
They go to Earth 2 and everything's opposite.
Yeah.
We see Killer Frost. We see
Deathstorm.
Deathstorm, and she's just like,
He
which
gets
one
attracted to
doesn't?
Barry.
Yeah, which one doesn't belong?
Yeah. And
And-
Barry sees himself.
Yeah.
Everything just gets jacked
He's
up.
got glasses.
Yeah.
Um.
Barry
The-
and Cisco take selfies.
Yeah, they
Earth 2.
they took selfies, man.
Jay Garrick there showed up for a second.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Wells and them went back. I don't know who went back. I know it's Barry, Cisco, and Caitlyn. That's for sure. That one.
Yeah, Caitlyn Earth 1, she's like, we're gonna be stuck here forever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's gonna be amazing. I didn't think it was gonna be next episode. I thought that was gonna be like in the middle or something. But yeah, they're going to Earth 2 and then trying to stop, what do you call it there? I hope they brought a suit, because that would be just really
That'd be
messed up
stupid.
if they did. Yeah, and yeah, I think it's just gonna be all craziness. Somebody's slated to die.
Who?
Some regular.
When?
Next episode in Earth 2. Unless Deathstorm's supposed to show up again in another place. But he said, Robbie Amell stated, I'm going to be killing off a series regular. The comment that was left in our last Flash thing said that it might have been Caitlyn.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe it's Caitlyn Earth 1.
And then the Earth 2, she could be playing Killer Frost the whole time after that. Or maybe she turns like on the good side. But that would be interesting.
I'll go back with you to Earth 1.
They changed her look a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to have like a white top or whatever, but she's like wearing a leather jacket, like a little closer to how she looks in the comics, I guess. Yeah. So that's nice to look. Or that's not nice. That's something to look forward to. And then Zoom, of course, is like in somewhere in the dark, just waiting to strike. Of course. So we're gonna have to see that. What do you call that? Fight at some point. And then the Wesses are okay. Iris is still in the hospital, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all we could theorize about until next week. Still gotta figure out who Zoom is, but there's posts and videos that we've been talking for like the longest time of who we think it is, and I guess it's subject to change next week. Anything else? Pretty much it, right? It's pretty straightforward from now. Badass Barry. Patty will return one day soon, and Zoom and Barry face off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, what do you rate this?
Harry, open their eyes. They gonna go to Earth 2, save his daughter from a man named Zoom. You guys don't know that's Cisco's song.
Or his cover of a song.
Yeah, his cover of a song.
Oh man, please
I
watch
like
this.
it.
We like it. Yeah, so that was a pretty solid one. I give this one, Barry got himself out of a sticky situation. Don't hit the mic like that. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 easily.
Yeah.
All these episodes are so good.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts? This episode was so good.
It was so good, man.
Bears, what did you think about the episode?
I'm fucking, you know what? I'm sick of shit. I'm done. I'm done.
See, even he loved it. He's not even here. With that being said, you guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Comment what you thought about tonight's episode. Fast Lane. Bears, you know what to do?
Yeah, jump over to my channel, Kodiak207, where we do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which should be coming out soon.
Be sure to check out our movie pilot link down below, as well as social links in the description. And with that being said, we'll see you guys tomorrow on Arrow.
Movie Papaya.
Oh yeah, movie papaya. Just for you, Bears.
Cause story. In the next one.
Peace.
Bye.